Harsh comebacks that destroyed arguments. Now, I love it when, if you're arguing with somebody, someone thinks they're right, you're going back and forth, and then you pull out the trump card. You pull out the thing that completely dismantles their argument. They go silent. They've got nothing to say. It is so satisfying.
Probably do is lay down and just let the sun cook it off.
Oh, that seems like an excellent idea, but I'm not as dumb as I look.
How could you be?
When it comes to a video about comebacks, there's no way Bill Burr wasn't going to make the list. For some context, Lea DeLaria had recently gone through a divorce and appeared on Conan's show.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
Relationships, you were engaged, but
Yes.
then you broke off that engagement recently. Is that true?
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Bill Burr, who was also a guest on the show, delivered some brilliant off-the-cuff insight into what might have caused the split.
I have this mic on, so.
Yeah, that's all right.
Be a gentleman and help me out with my question. Hey,
Wrong person to do that to.
Conan, can you believe that marriage didn't work out?
When movie star and actor Jesse Eisenberg sat down with a clingy reporter asking random offbeat questions, he had the perfect response.
Can I just have you say my name into the camera? Romina?
Just the word Romina?
Well, my name, not a word.
And what's gonna happen to it?
We'll skip it.
I'll do the thing.
We'll skip it.
But I just wanted to know like what to give it.
Like if we just broke up.
I probably wouldn't say anything then.
You're trying to find me in a crowded place.
Oh, okay. Romina,
That's it? I would never
Yeah.
hear you.
the thing is I actually didn't want to find you. I was actually hoping to stay alone.
Such a jerk.
You might know Stephen Hawking as a
Yeah, that was weird from her, wasn't it? Like, why was she being so weird about it?
brilliant quantum physicist who studied black holes, but turns out he had a sense of humor too.
You've stated that you believe there could be an infinite number of parallel universes. Does that mean that there is a universe out there where I am smarter than you?
Yes, and also a universe where you're funny.
Catching Gordon Ramsay off guard with a clever insult, that deserves an award all on its own.
He hadn't said anything to any of his team. Then all of a sudden he just put his head down and he turned around to them and said,
"You guys cook like old people."
and I thought, oh my God, that came out of the blue. I wouldn't expect something like that to come out of his mouth.
Yes, chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Speaking of Gordon Ramsay, you might want to think twice before doing what this woman tried during Hell's Kitchen.
It's the same goddamn thing. You played it the same thing.
Chef!
Whoa. Why would you whistle at him? Why would you whistle at anyone?
Yeah, you look more like a dog than I do.
We all love Jay Leno, but let's be honest, his appearance is pretty unique. Comedian and friend Louis C.K. didn't hold back in publicly pointing that out.
I hope I can say this without insulting you.
Yes.
You're the weirdest looking person on the planet Earth.
Thank you. That's like nobody. Thank you. That doesn't.
To his face? Oh my God. Oh, dude.
No, that doesn't insult me at all. That's very kind.
I don't mean that as a negative.
No, not at all.
It's just nobody. I can't
It's
describe
just the fact that I have a full head of hair. That's what's throwing you
Well,
off.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
However, Louis had the last laugh, wrapping things up with pure comedy gold.
If you weren't famous and you robbed a bank and the dude was describing you to like a police sketch artist, he'd be like, no, seriously, what did he look like? Nobody looks like this.
Everyone loves a good comeback story, right?
I mean, he doesn't look that weird. He's just got a big chin. It's not, plenty of people with big chins.
Seabiscuit, the Mighty Ducks,
Robert Downey Jr., who
Rocky.
else? Yes.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim, well,
In the video, she gets on her back, I think.
Is Kumail Nanjiani's multiple colors? Yes. Every shade of your mom's lipstick.
I'm aware of all your facial widths over the years. 2002, you were gross. If I look at a show from 2002, it's almost like, it looks like you were digitally manipulated. Like you were a skinny guy playing a fat guy in the movie and they digitally stretched your face. You look great now. I'm just saying in 2002, you were disgusting. Just look at the tape. Just look at the tapes.
You might not know this, but Conan O'Brien studied literature back in his college days. Apparently, Jennifer Garner didn't know either, and she had to learn the hard way.
But there's a time when you snuck into the room to see what the...
I sneaked into the room. Snuck isn't a word, Conan, and you went to Harvard and you should know that.
Snuck is definitely a word. That's the past tense of sneak. What are you talking about, Jennifer? And she said it with such confidence. Like, what do you mean?
A few moments later.
I keep a dictionary down here and I just found it. Just want to look at. Oh, what the hell? Look right here. Snuck. Past and past part of sneak.
Another TV show that's
brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
skyrocketed in popularity during the late 90s and early 2000s was Judge Judy. With most defendants trying to dodge serious consequences, obedience was usually the norm until one particular man took the stand and flipped the script.
With how many different women do you have these 10 children? I'll give you a second, just a second. I don't want you to make a mistake. I'll let you think about it for a second.
About 4 of them, including your daughter.
What are you talking about?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Why did he say that?
It was just a joke, man.
Oh, God.
And England skipper Andrew Strauss arrived in London, proudly showing off the little urn. They'll spend 4 days at home before flying out for the World Cup. And Belinda, I just can't...
I'm guessing they had to cut that out for copyright. I'm sure she cooked him for that.
...understand how something so small can be so impressive.
Well, Mark, you would know about that. Thank you very much. Weather's next with Jane Riley.
I had to Google the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I didn't know what it was. I hadn't even heard of it.
The only reason that you're saying that is because you know I slept with your mother.
It's not every day you expect actors to have a background in science, so when a reporter assumed The Big Bang Theory's Mayim Bialik wasn't actually knowledgeable in the subject, he was in for an awkward surprise.
So, being on The Big Bang Theory, how many people, not that you aren't a genius, but how many people think that you can solve calculus at the drop of a hat?
I actually was trained in calculus for several years. Yeah, I'm a neuroscientist, so... You may not have known that.
Most
Oh, wow, is she really? That's pretty cool.
X-Factor contestants take the judge's criticism on the chin and move on, but this guy came armed with comebacks of his own.
I worked too hard. I worked way too friggin' hard for this.
A lot of people work really, really hard for their dreams, but it's not meant for everybody.
That's why you use auto-tune and I don't.
Actually...
Mike Tyson's story is truly one of a kind. From a troubled childhood and criminal past to becoming a more self-aware and kinder version of himself, he's lived through it all. So when a reporter tried to dig up old allegations to tarnish the man he is today, Tyson couldn't stay quiet.
Some of your critics would say, there's a race for mayor. We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that? Hey,
Why would he bring that up? Why would you bring that up?
I don't know who said that. You're the only one I heard say that. You know what I mean? It's so interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of
Hey,
with that
come
comment.
on.
No, that was a piece of you. That was a piece of
we're doing live TV.
Hey, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
Why did you bring it up? Why would you bring that? That's like,
Is it nerve-wracking for you to do something like this, or is it more nervous for you to box? How does it compare?
I don't know. It's more nerve-wracking for me to hear talking to a rat piece of like you.
Come on, Mike.
No, because you're a piece of
All right,
you really didn't have to
we're gonna wrap up this interview. Thank you for coming in.
The fact that Mike didn't get physical with the reporter speaks volumes about how much he's grown from the man he used to be.
Mate, he's brave for saying that to Mike. Imagine if Mike just stood up and just...
Insulting London's assembly is no small move, but if there's anyone bold enough to pull it off and walk away unscathed, it's Boris Johnson.
That means then that we then thank the mayor for his attendance, because the assembly members have decided they have no questions to put to you.
Are you saying they're abdicating their duty to scrutinise me? Are you saying they haven't the guts to put questions to me?
What
Great
is it,
supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies.
Do you go in the water or the ocean a lot? Or you?
He was funny. He was a funny guy, Boris, but he just never should have been Prime Minister. Like, never.
Some people hate the ocean.
No, I like the ocean. I do. I like the ocean very much.
Yeah, that's great. Do you float a lot in the ocean?
Sure. What do you sink? Might be that cast iron heart.
The weakest link shot to fame largely thanks to Anne Robinson's razor-sharp wit and brutally clever insults.
Think that bra fits you?
I'm not actually wearing a bra.
That's what I thought.
However, every villain meets their match, and for Anne Robinson, that moment came at the hands of a man named Howard.
Why Doris?
Doris, when she missed the question, she took up a larger amount of time than necessary.
Okay, you're always very quick, are you, Howard?
In some things, yes. In other things, I like to take my time, if you know what I mean.
I've absolutely no idea what you mean. What do you mean?
Somehow I don't doubt that.
Oh, brilliant video. The Conan one with Jennifer Gardner is just so satisfying. Like, even if she thought he was wrong, let it slide. Why did she try and embarrass him? Why did she try and embarrass him? And the way he got her back and he pulled out the dictionary so she had nothing to say, and the laugh he did. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.